Happy New Year, or Happy New Year's Eve if that's when you're watching this. I am feeling in the New Year's Eve spirit. It's the day before New Year's Eve and I really just wanted to do a bunch of things to prepare for New Year's. New Year's Eve is honestly one of my favorite holidays because it just feels like a reset and a break. Almost like if you go to a party, you know, all year long and you're exhausted from having to interact with people and you just want to go home and be by yourself and, you know, decompose, clean your apartment, be with your own thoughts. That's how New Year's feels for me. It feels like it's just like, okay, I can finally breathe. I can finally just do the things that I need to get done and clean up my space, clean up my aura, all that. Maybe that's just an extreme Virgo's take on New Year's, but I actually started this video a couple days ago. I've been trying to get some new habits going in my life before the new year starts so that by the time the new year rolls around, I'm already kind of in the habit of doing these things. We're gonna deep clean our lives. I wanna do some New Year's resolutions, but I wanna keep them realistic so that I actually feel successful in them next year. We're gonna start some new habits. We're gonna start some new hobbies, and it's gonna be a lot of New Year's cheer. I just really want 2022 to be my year, your year, our year. Let the New Year's festivities begin. Also, I got a new camera. So cute. I think the new year can bring up a lot of like hard times, but we're gonna focus on the good things and we're gonna just bring some light to the things that were so wonderful in our lives that did happen this year. First steps off of the day. Just taking some nice breaths. That was so great. It is definitely one of my biggest goals in this new year to just get my body moving. Growing up, I was a dancer. I would dance like almost every single day, like sometimes even several classes a day. So I was moving all the time. When I lived in New York City, one of my favorite things was to have morning classes like this with yoga or Pilates or something. It's just like the best way to wake up my body and just like to say hello to the world, and it just puts me in like the best spirits for the rest of the day. And it's moving my body, which is a goal of mine for this new year. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it now before the new year starts, because I feel like for me personally in the years past, I'll be like, okay, once the new year starts, I'm gonna do this goal. And then the new year comes and I just don't really do it because I've set way too many expectations and goals for myself that it like overwhelms me and I just don't do any of them. So that's why I'm trying to do a couple of these New Year's goals now so that I'm already in the habit of doing them when the new year rolls around. I went to my friend Victoria's yoga class. You guys should totally go. I'll post live on Instagram. It's by donation and she's amazing. And now I think this is gonna be my new favorite thing to do Wednesday mornings. I think she has them Monday mornings as well. I'm really excited. I feel happy. When I was in New York City, I went to BDC. They actually have online classes too. Okay, this was my favorite ballet class when I was going there, so let's do it. Yay! Okay, speaking of starting habits that I want to get into the groove of for the new year, another one of mine is to drink more water. And I know that's like kind of the most annoying thing to hear when people are like, you need to drink more water. Junior year of high school, I really suffered with acne. I kid you not, the only thing that cleared up my skin was drinking so much water. I downloaded this app called Plant Nanny, where you like basically had these little plants that were really cute, and if you didn't drink enough water, your plants would die. So it gave me incentive. I have my trusty handy dandy water bottle. My sister got this for me for Christmas, and it's like motivational. You did it, almost there, don't give up. Which I need. So yeah, I have to drink 2 of these a day. So far, I'm doing terribly at like noon, and I'm at 9 AM. So I need to be here. So within the next hour, I'm gonna drink to here. It's okay, I have faith that I'm gonna get better at this. New habits don't start off perfect, and that's okay. My room is a mess, as is the rest of my apartment. You know how people like to do spring cleaning? We're gonna do some New Year's spring cleaning, for sure. It's definitely like kind of my body's stress response to things to just start cleaning. Like when I get stressed out or I get sad or I get anxious, I literally just clean. Whenever I film reels or TikToks, it turns into such a mess in here. Actually, it's the most upsetting thing in the world. Let's tidy up my space. Like post holidays, there's always just a lot of extra stuff laying around, and it feels very good and like cleansing to just find a home for all of it, you know? I've decided I don't like that painting. I think it's gotta go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm very excited about this. I went in there to get something for a kind of late Christmas present I'm making somebody, and I left with these. And you know what? For the new year, I'm always trying to think of new things that I can add to my life that are just gonna, you know, add some extra happiness, add some de-stress, add some creativity. And my sister recently started knitting. When I walked in there and saw all this cute knitting, what is this even called? Yarn? On sale, I knew knitting is gonna be my new, in addition to sewing, is gonna be my new situation. And I'm really excited. Even if I don't stick to it, I wanna try it. And that's what matters, because oftentimes I try to do all these different hobbies and all these different things and take on all this stuff for the new year, and then it overwhelms me and I don't do it. So this year I'm just choosing one or two little things that I can do easily, because I can easily knit like when I'm sitting on my phone watching TV. You know, I could be instead knitting while I'm watching TV. It's not like it's that crazy of a thing to add to my life. So I'm excited. I'm gonna knit a balaclava, I think. If you have any knitting tips for me, leave them down below. But this is your sign. Start a new hobby for this new year. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just pick one thing that you're gonna try to implement into your life. Fun. Not something that's gonna be hard or annoying or whatever, because those are good to implement too, like exercising. But also choose one thing that's just gonna be fun and like de-stressing. In with the old and out with the new. I'm getting rid of things that I don't really wear anymore, but I'm trying to donate more of my pieces instead of always selling them. And I've been trying to also donate to smaller thrift stores instead of Goodwill, because for the Goodwill, a lot of the stuff they donate there just ends up in the landfill. That's what I've been trying to do, donate to thrift stores that I actually know will use the pieces on their floor. So yeah, it's good to start fresh in the new year. There's people watching me and I'm in a parking lot, so let's go. Although I love tidying up, I love cleaning up my space, one thing that I really slack on is deep cleaning. It is not something I like to do. I don't think it's really anything anybody likes to do all that much, but it must be done. I feel like it's also just nice to go into the new year with like a fresh, clean space that's like actually clean. So I got my gloves, we got our gear, and let's do this thing.
I cleaned just about every single surface I could in the kitchen and mopped the floor with my handy dandy Swiffer till it sparkled. My kitchen is small and it isn't the cutest, although stay tuned because I'm putting up some removable backsplash soon. But it's really important to me that I keep it clean, since if it gets even a little bit dirty, there's really no hiding behind pretty appliances or a larger space.
I'm about to take you into my disgusting bathroom. It's not necessarily disgusting because of me. It's very old and very gross. There's some places where you could clean as much as possible and it's still going to be dirty. And that's my bathroom. It's fine. I just did a little bit of reorganizing. I actually like my pink color scheme I have going on in here. I just did a little bit of reorganizing here with all of our skincare and stuff like that. Like, I think it's the pink The pink is pretty. I also really like my little Totoro. Here I've just organized all this skincare. And now I'm tackling the shower. Just got out of the shower after finishing cleaning up. So much better now that everything is clean. I'm wearing my skincare headband, which actually I kind of just wear on an everyday basis now. I think this hat is once again ready for an appearance. Folks, it has come to that time. As I said before, I've been really in the New Year's spirit this year, and I've actually been thinking a lot about my New Year's resolutions, but now it's time to actually put them down on paper and make them official. That's what putting things down on paper does. So if you feel like it, get cozy. We can do our New Year's resolutions together in a very non-intimidating, fun way. I am not one of those beautiful bullet journalers. I am literally just scribbling on my page, and you know what? That is okay. This doesn't need to be pretty. My first New Year's resolution I already talked about in this video, which is going to be trying to move my body every single day. So move. And I think I'm going to keep it as simple as that, because last year on my New Year's resolutions list, I had work out every day / like go to the gym, and I barely worked out this year. Like I had periods where I would go a couple weeks here and there where I would get into a really good workout groove, but nothing ever really stuck. And I think it's because I wasn't doing stuff that I actually love to do, like dancing or starting my day off with yoga or Pilates. But then like when I started going to dance classes this week and going to that yoga class, I was just reminded at how much I used to love moving my body. Like I used to love being active. The key for me this year might be to try to actually do stuff that I love to do that's also active. So I'm just gonna simply say, move my body every day. I was just listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast and her New Year's resolution episode, and she was talking about how it's really important to, like, you know, be realistic with your goals and make them something that's like actually fun to do. Her example was she wants to read just one book a month, but the idea of telling herself she's going to read 5 books a month is just unrealistic, which I totally agree with. So instead of saying I'm going to work out every single day, I'm gonna say I'm gonna move my body every day. Number 2 would be to drink my water bottle every day. So far with that water bottle, I've been unsuccessful to drink 2 a day, which is what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna start my New Year's resolution off with just getting into the habit of drinking 1 of those a day. No, I think with New Year's resolutions, like your goals and resolutions can change as the year goes on. So, you know, if in a couple months I find that I'm really successful drinking my water bottle every day, or sometimes I'm even drinking 2, then I'll change my goal to get into the habit of consistently drinking 2 bottles a day. Allow your goals to grow and change. I want to stop being mean to myself. If you don't like listening to body things about body image and all that, skip ahead a little bit. But this year I really fell into a really bad habit of like every single time I look in a mirror, just critiquing myself. You know, saying stuff in my head like I'm ugly, I'm, you know, whatever. Sometimes worse things. Probably was my worst year for my own body image and being really mean to myself. Like, and I really want to change that this year because it's not doing myself any good. As much as I love doing YouTube and everything, like a huge part, I think, of it is just the constant, like, I film a video and then I edit it, and it's just, I'm just constantly looking at myself, if that makes sense. I'm constantly critiquing, but also at the same time I love what I do. So I need to find a way to stop critiquing myself so heavily in the mirror, in the editing realm, etc. And just be nicer to myself. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try. Maybe by just saying nice things to myself. I'll start right now. I think that my skin looks really pretty tonight, looking in the mirror. You should say one thing you love about yourself right now too. Or comment it down below. Do you love your smile? Do you love your laugh? Do you love your hair? Do you love the way you're kind? Number 4. I'm gonna try to do one creative thing a month. I just got this really nice sewing machine that I'm really excited about, so maybe that's, you know, doing one sewing project a month, or my new yarn, trying to knit one project. I'm not gonna freak myself out by telling myself I need to do a bunch of things a month, but hopefully I'll end up just having a lot of fun with these creative projects and I'll just naturally do more than one, but we'll just write down one. 5, be frugal. I really want to get serious about saving my money this year. So yeah, enough said. And I am really bad at reading books, I've discovered. I actually like reading once I get into a book, but starting a book is so hard for me for some reason. Like, it takes me like chapters on chapters to get into a book, even if it's probably like a really good book. So I read like 2 books this year, which honestly I'm proud of myself because the year before I didn't read any. You book lovers out there are probably screaming, crying, throwing up at that, so try to do better this year. I want to read 10 books this year. I can do that. I can do that. Hopefully I'll even read more, but I'm gonna set my goal for, yeah. I see the way my boyfriend reads. He reads so much. It's so cool to see like someone who's so in love with reading. My mom like reads so much, and I just admire that so much, and I really want to be part of the book world. Okay, but I think I'm gonna leave my resolutions at that, because every year I make this list so long and then I get upset with myself when I'm not doing the things. I just have 6 things, and I think that's good for me. So if you need some New Year's resolution help, struggling to come up with some ideas, feel free to steal mine. You know, 2020 was a good year overall for me. This year, honestly, like, it was disappointing with the state of the world, seeing, you know, things didn't get us back to normal as I think we all had hoped. And yeah, I'm just sending you all some love and healthy vibes. We cannot control what happens out there. We can do our part, but I can do these little things to, you know, try to bring a little bit of extra joy to my days. Happy New Year, everybody. I am sending you so much love this new year. Together, we're gonna be working on these little goals. Just little ones, just little possible goals that are gonna add a little bit of joy and wellness to our lives. And I'm excited for us. We can do it. We got this. Happy New Year. Wait.